So we've got to write these in order from largest to smallest. So I'm just looking at them, like just for fun, just to help us out. A bit of estimation here. Let's take a 1 and 11/16. Is that bigger than 7/8? Yeah, because that, like, 7/8 is less than 1, isn't it? Right, yeah. So anyway, okay, so let's do one thing. Let's I see that there's denominators of, these are 8, 8, 4, and then 16. Can we find a lowest common denominator for each of these fractions? Because if we find a lowest common denominator, then we can really compare apples with apples, if you like. Is there a, what number does 4, 8, and 16 all go into? Lowest common multiple, though. So like, list me multiples of 4. 4 and then what? 8 and then 12, 16, 20, right? List me multiples of 8. We got 8, 16, yeah, 24, yeah. And then list multiples of 16. 16, 32, and so on, right? So what's common to each of these lists? What's the first number that comes up? The lowest common multiple. 16. They will all go into 16. We can turn all of these into 16ths. So it's kind of like on your ruler, you know, you got 1 and 3/8, you got 7/8, you got 7/4, you got 1 and 11/16, and which is bigger, right? Which is the longer length in inches? That's the question we're kind of asking here. But the trick is, if we turn them all into 16ths, then we can really compare them accurately with each other. Now, you got it. So let's turn this one into 16ths. What would I multiply 8 by to get 16? 2, good. Now, and I'll multiply the top by 16. Now, I'm just going to leave that 1 alone. That's okay. I'm just going to convert the fraction part to 16ths. So that's 1, and what have we got? Lovely. 6/16. Yep. 3 times 2 is 6. 8 times 2 is 16. Now convert this one to 16ths. What do you get? Right. Multiply by 2. Yep. So here I've got 14/16. And you might be tempted to simplify, but don't, because we purposefully made it messier so that we could have 16 on the bottom. See that? So now I can compare this with this, right? Yeah. In fact, what I'm going to do even further is I'm going to turn that into how many 16ths that is, just for fun. What's 1 times 16? 16, and then 16 plus 6 is 22/16, right? So that's 22/16. So just make it even more clear. Let's do that. Now, multiply, turn this one into 16ths. What do you got? Yeah. Right, so you multiply by 4/4. 7 times 4 is 28, and 4 times 4 is 16. 28/16, right? And this one's already in 16ths. Great. We can leave it at that just for fun. Let's turn it into an improper fraction. What do we got? Yep, 16 times 1 is 16. Yep, 16 times 1 is 16 plus 11, 27/16. Now, every fraction has been turned into an improper fraction with 16 on the bottom. Doesn't that make it easier to compare? Right? But again, on a ruler, I mean, you could actually just go, well, you know, we got 1 and 3/8. It's like 1, 2, 3. That's there. 1 and 3/8. Now you go 7/8. Okay, that's there. That's down there. 7/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7/4. That's there. 1 and 11/16. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 and 11/16 is there. So on a ruler you can compare these. But this is the mathy way. Let's do that. And now how do we order them? We got to order from smallest to largest, right? Right? Smallest? Yeah, give me the smallest first. Yeah. Yeah, 14/16 is the smallest, or 7/8, right? Yeah. Because that 7/8 is 14/16, right? Sure. And that is less than they want us to use inequality signs, but I don't care if you guys do it or not, it doesn't matter. But so we go smallest to largest, right? So what's the next smallest? Right, 22/16, that's your 1/16, that's your 1 3/8, right? And the next smallest is, or the next one up, 14, 22. Yep. This guy here, 1/11/16, or 27/16, 1/11/16, and then the largest, this one, 7/4. Perfect. Perfect. So that's smallest to largest. Good with that? Beautiful.